So my best two options of where to go to college basically came down to FSU and UT, and obviously I did pick UT. Um, I'm sure some people are saying, "Wow, that's crazy. Why would you pick Why wouldn't you pick FSU?" Uh, and initially when I did get accepted to FSU, I was very excited. I was thrilled. It was a morale booster that I got in. I did not like my SAT scores. I thought they could have been a little bit better. So I was very pleased that I got into FSU. But here's why I chose UT. First would be the size of the school. Well, one, I didn't want to go too far away from home. I was in my AP literature class one day. I was just thinking, and I said, a lot of people are wanting me to go to FSU. I had a lot of pressure to go to FSU because it was the bigger school. It was a great party school. I get the college experience, blah blah blah. But I sat in class and I was thinking, I just don't want to, if I get homesick or if I just want to come home for something, I can't that easily. It's still in the state, and it's just not a convenience like at UT. And see what happened with my whole anxiety about going to college. I am able to commute now. At FSU, I would not have been able to commute. So that's one thing. But with the size, also that factored in too, because I am much more comfortable with the a smaller class size, smaller, uh, just amount of population, basically in general. Um, UT has a 15 student to one professor ratio, whereas FSU, I'm not sure about theirs, but I can tell you it's a lot more than that. I don't know if that's even going to be posted online because I doubt they're going to showcase their, huge discrepancy in ratio. But so that was a huge factor. I like to be able to know my professors, be able to talk to them after class. I don't want to sit in a stadium seating room that I'm all the way in the back and there's 200 other kids in my gen ed class. That doesn't comfort me. I want to be able to go talk to my professor if I have a question or if I have a concern. They know who I am. I'd feel comfortable doing that at FSU or something, but I want them to know who I am. I want them to know my name. So that's a great comfort having that. Also, the just hands-on experience. FSU, I'm sure, especially with sport management, while I am a communication major, I am a sport management minor. I plan on minoring with that. And you have to have a internship to graduate as a sport management person, whether it be a major or minor. I didn't feel that FSU could give me the same opportunities as UT did, and that's already proving itself correct. FSU, there's only so much you can do up there. A lot of the internships that I've heard that they have given, it would be during summer. It's when a person would go home. If it's in Florida or out of state, they would go back to wherever they live and do their internship there. Now, I have an internship as a freshman, and while that's not common, um, either at FSU or UT, UT pulled some strings. And I'm confident that that may have been because I knew my professor. I knew him, so I felt comfortable going up to him and saying, "Hey, I need credit for this internship, and I'm only a freshman. What do I do?" And he pulled some strings for me and got me in. So that was a big positive, and I'm glad that is already, shown that it's true that UT does pride itself on giving kids experience and internships and things of that nature. Another money played into it a little bit. While UT was much more expensive, they were willing to offer me many, many scholarships. So, that number of how much I have to pay has gone way down. The amount of loans I've had to take out have gone way down. So I'm liking it a lot there. I like it. The campus is great. It's new. Um, I know that when I do move on campus, I'm not going to have a community bathroom, which me being a little bit of a germaphobe, that comforts me. Um, Whereas FSU, you never know what you're going to get. You could, have a great dorm room, or you could have an old one with community style halls, which would not be too good for me. So that's basically why I chose it, among other things. Those were the main three topics or three factors that played in. Um, but I am loving it right now. Based on people that I know that go up there, or that are attending there rather. I have a friend that's at TCC, and I it's been said that he kind of went up there because his girlfriend goes to FSU. They broke up. Now he's not very happy. He lives in a, I guess, off campus because he goes to TCC. So it's in, like, it's just a student apartment or whatnot. So um, he can't afford it. He has told me that he's bored up there. I don't know why. I guess some of that has to do with him and his girlfriend not being together anymore. That's just not a good choice. If think about how many relationships from high school work out. That's such a small percentage. So if you're gonna go to college, if you want to go to that college as the same person, that's like if they're going to UCF and you really like UCF in the first place, then by all means go there. Don't base it completely off of a best friend, or you um, have a girlfriend already there going there. That's not gonna work out very well. That's not a smart decision. So um, he somehow, I don't know. I've heard from a couple different people that go up there that they just don't like the whole area, which is surprising to me considering that I always thought there was a lot of stuff to do. It's a college city basically, but they aren't really having a good time. One of my very good friends who's up there, she's had a little bit of tough time making friends, even though she lives in a dorm room. So um, it really it doesn't matter, I guess, if you go to a huge school or a school like UT where there aren't that many kids there, and I live off campus, so I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference for her, at least. And for another person, she's saying that she hangs out with a lot of high school people and she doesn't want to anymore. So it's interesting to hear back from them, and see that they're kind of maybe don't dislike FSU, but they're a little disappointed in it. Obviously, their class sizes are much bigger. Especially their Gen Ed. Maybe their major classes are, you know, in a normal size, but I do know that they have are in huge, huge class sizes. I remember my sister. She said, I think something about having. She went to FSU for the last 2 years. Um, she said, she had a class with a professor over a monitor, and that's how personal is that really, you know. So while some of it, I'm not saying FSU is bad to go to. Like my sister, Dean pointed her in that direction because she wanted something in fashion, and they have a good, fashion merchandise program. So that worked out for her. She went to SBC for 2 years, and she finished off with FSU. But if you're going for stuff like your girlfriend or friends, or it's a party school, you might be a little disappointed. So be careful for that. Um, the girl who is having trouble or is hanging out with a lot of high school friends, she is actually probably going to be transferring to USF. She also is a little bit homesick. She misses her home and her family, so she will be living back at home, she said. Um, my very good friend that I spoke of, she'll probably stay there, and she's actually doing better recently. At first, it was kind of a rough start for her. And my friend who broke up with his girlfriend, he will be coming back and probably going to SPC. So I guess he says, um, if I'm going to be bored, I might as well be bored at home. And, if I'm going to be broke, I might as well be broke at home. So that's very interesting to consider all that. Those are some of the differences that I know about. There are some people that I've talked to that love FSU though. So it's really, I did to add to that though. Um, a kid who I just caught up with, I knew him back in high school. We haven't talked in a while. He was saying how he is so far behind, and I told him about my internship and all the stuff that I'm doing, and he's like, "Wow, I wish I could be doing that because I just partied for my first, 2 years." He's a junior now. He's a business major, so he has a lot of work ahead of him, and he just doesn't know what to do now. He's behind. He doesn't know how to catch up. So it's all very interesting stuff. A lot of differences between UT and FSU.